Yeah, probably in some terms it would be. But in golf language, we've got a lot of definitions that don't apply to anything else in the world, okay? Such as addressing the ball, bunkers, casual water. These are just a few of those items. Rub of the green. Is rub of the green always bad luck? Not necessarily. No, not necessarily. Let's take an example of that. All right, definition of through the green. We have, for your viewing pleasure, the honors course at Ottawa, Tennessee, just outside of Chattanooga. It's hosted the USGA Amateur not long ago, and I think Tiger was a winner there too. But we've got through the green. Now, make sure that you're reading the whole information. Through the green is the whole area of the course, except, that's going to come into play a lot when you're dealing with the rules, except what? Well, the teeing ground, that's hole number 8 teeing ground. Putting green, which is a long way across that lake, of the hole being played. So I've got number 8, par 3, teeing ground and putting green, that is not through the green. Doesn't apply to anything else. It's just that hole. And all hazards on the golf course. If we were to say, well, it's just the hazards for the hole, okay, which is this lake. Let's go back one. Got too quick. Which is this lake and this bunker sitting right there. I say, well, what if it's just the hazards for this hole? Well, that's not going to be the case here because there's a hole coming in here. There may be a hole right here. There may be a hole right here. And all of this one hazard connects to all of those holes. So we can't be very specific about the hazards. So we're going to include them all. Why is this important? Because when we're talking about a rule that has to do with through the green, we have to know what part of the golf course we're dealing with, okay? If I take relief off of a cart path and it has to be through the green, I can't take it back into the teeing ground. I can't take it to the putting green. I can't take it into the hazard, okay? So we're being specific about what that definition gives us. Now in the booklet, you have several sections. First section is etiquette, second is the definitions. Here's that big one. All 34 rules belong to section 3. Local rules, conditions of the competition, design of clubs, the ball, amateur status. Here we are either working within the committee that's involved or within the structure of the USGA and the rules of golf. Rule 1 is very, very specific. What is this game? Consists of playing a ball with a club from the teeing ground into the hole by a stroke or successive strokes. If we said just successive strokes, that hole in one wouldn't apply, would it? So we need to know how many we can use for the rule. Rule number 1 also gives us a really good place to put those etiquette decisions. Sometimes we run into those situations we don't have a place to plug them into. Okay? What if Kirk is in the bunker and he's not hit his ball, but he's practicing. He's knocking that sand out sideways. And I go, Kirk, wait a minute. Well, we know that he's practiced in the bunker. He's not allowed to do that. That's a 2-shot penalty. I, as a fellow competitor or as an administrator, say, Kirk, by rule, you can't do that. He goes, I don't think you know the rules. Wham, wham, wham. Where am I going to find that multiple breach within a rule? I'm not. But on rule 1, we're going to go and see, I've got a guy who's had multiple breaches, but they're the same breach, the same penalty. And we're going to have a way to get this game moving again. So the answer is that he took the 2-shot penalty. He'd found out the information Whether he believes it's right or not, he got that information to him. He's going to take 2 more, but that's it. 4-shot penalty for as many strokes you want to take. Okay? So we have to have a place for that to happen and for us to find that information.